What's up guys? Fred here, the superhero who will save the world from boring artworks and make it more colorful. Ta-da! And also help others create colorful artworks so we can all work together and save the world. So I asked you in YouTube whether you want a tutorial for this artwork, and everyone was just yes, yes, yes. I mean, I didn't actually expect this kind of response, but if you want it so much, then okay, I'm gonna show it to you. And just like always, before we start, I would like to remind you that you can go to learnfromfred.com and then go to membership, and here you can access all of my premium classes where I show you the detailed steps for every single artwork for free for a whole month. And it's just many different artworks that you're gonna love. I mean, you're gonna love them, just trust me, okay? You see, it starts for free. You just go there and then you just click this button, okay? Just don't think, just click it. With that said, let's actually get into the tutorial. So the first thing that we Photoshop superheroes have to do is to import this image. You have to create a new empty project first, and then you take your image and then you place it into Photoshop, okay? Because some people just go to file, open, and then open the image, and this is wrong, okay? You have to import the image. You can find the link for this image in the description. As you can see, the image is amazing. I usually spend at least 1 hour trying to find the perfect image, so you don't need to do it. It's not just about the technical skills, it's also about finding the right assets. Sometimes I say really smart things, right? So I'm not that stupid after all. And the first thing we gotta do is we're actually gonna go to filter, and then we're gonna go to camera raw filter. Here we will try to change the colors of our image. And as you can see, I actually have shown this filter in many of my tutorials, so it just helps us to change the colors, brightness, and so on. So you can just have the same numbers that I have here to get the exactly same colors. And here I'm just experimenting with the temperature, tint, and so on, just like always, because I'm showing actually to you the recording process of my artwork. So as you can see, these are the numbers that you need to type into your on Photoshop if you want to have the same exact effect. So what I did here, I pumped up the vibrance and I played with highlights and white colors, as you can see, to make whites even whiter, to make highlights even brighter, right? And I actually made contrast less. I added more blue, so I made the temperature colder, and I made the tint a little bit warmer by adding more violet. And then we go here to HSL adjustments, and here, as you can see, this actually helps us to control each color separately. So for example, we can change the color of reds, we can make them more pink or more orange. We can change the color of blues, we can make them more green or more violet, and so on. So you're gonna see. So for example, look how much difference is gonna happen here. For example, as you can see, if I make it more blue or more violet, as you can see, there's a big difference actually. And right now it looks so much better, it looks so beautiful. And boom, these are the colors that you need to type into your own project in order to have this kind of beautiful, amazing colors. And then I go to saturation. So before we were on hue, we were controlling the hue, and now we're controlling saturation. And here we can actually pump up the individual colors. So for example, I can go to reds, I can make the reds even redder. Is that a thing? Can I say that? I mean, anyway, I'm just making them really red, like here. As you can see, this beautiful red color. That's actually a nude shirt. I mean, you have to notice, right? I mean, did you watch my previous tutorials? You could at least say congratulations or something like that. When people buy new stuff, you usually congratulate them, so it's up to you, but anyway, you know. So as you can see, I just made the plus 58 or plus 60, something like that, so it's really red. And then we just click OK, because we're done with colors. And as you can see right now, here we got this camera raw filter. So this basically shows us that we applied this smart filter to our image. And now we will start creating this kind of beautiful colors here. So first of all, we need to create a new empty layer. So we just go and click a new empty layer, boom. And then we go here, and here we need to choose Hue Saturation, as you can see. So now when we have Hue Saturation open, as you can see, I click this icon. This basically means that now this Hue Saturation effect is gonna be connected to the newly empty layer that I created. And if everything is mixed in your head, don't worry, I'm gonna explain it to you right now as soon as we close this, and we're gonna look at the layer structure. But right now what you have to do is so you have to make saturation higher, and then you have to put the hue somewhere around plus 117, something like that, and then you close this. So, and you will understand why. So first of all, as you can see, this hue saturation is connected to this empty layer. And the reason we see this arrow here, because in hue saturation we actually clicked the connection button. So if you remember this button here, that's when it's connected to the layer below. Now we have to make sure we select this empty layer, and then we go and select, you click right on the brush tool, and we have to select mixer brush tool. And here are a few things. So first of all, you need to make sure they have here sample all layers selected, okay? And also this all must be 100%. That's very important. Wait, why did I say that? Also, both of this must be clicked on. As you can see, they're selected. And now the magic is gonna happen. But before we see the magic, look at that. I am so pro at Photoshop that I actually have a physical version of zoom tool. Can you actually see my eye bigger? It works better than in Photoshop. That's so crazy. Just in case your zoom tool in Photoshop doesn't work that well, you can just take this thing and you can put it on your laptop and ta-da! I got some brains, huh? And also, make sure to subscribe.
And if you don't, I will come to your house, I will turn on your computer, and I will delete Photoshop from your computer. And I will also delete all of your files if you don't subscribe. So you better subscribe, right? So don't make me angry. And I'm serious.
I mean, you know I'm kidding, right? Am I? Let's continue with our magic. So now what's gonna happen, I'm gonna start drawing with my brush tool, and we're gonna get different really colorful colors. And how is this actually happening, and why is this happening? So we have here empty layer, and then we have here hue saturation. And because on hue saturation we have, make the saturation higher and also change the hue a little bit, and also we're using mixer brush tool, which is supposed to mix everything that it sees. And also, as you can see, we have here sample layers. So basically mixer brush tool samples all layers that we have here and mixes them. And here actually there are many colors that we don't see, because but they're actually there because we have hue saturation again, and as you can see, hue, it has many colors and we don't see them, but they're here. And that's why using mixer brush tool we can actually mix them. We can mix the colors that we don't see. How crazy is that? But this actually works. Just make sure you have the structure like this. You have to have image is very important. Then you have empty layer, and then you need to have hue saturation. Okay, so the structure is very important, and also mixer brush tool sample all layers. You got this? Good. And as you can see, I'm just drawing with my brush, and I'm just drawing, done. Okay, and I just went back because I don't like the way it looked. So now I will try to change some of the... Am I even recording? So now I will try to change some of the parameters of my brush, and for that I'm gonna go here to brush settings, and if you don't have it there, you can go to window, and then you can find the brush settings panel. And for example, as I click here, boom, as you can see, brush settings. And here what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna go to spacing, and I'm gonna make it small. So spacing helps us to increase or decrease the space between our brush strokes. So for example, if I make this smaller, because it's smooth, you don't really see the difference, but there's actually difference. So now between every separate brush strokes there is only 4% spacing, and it's gonna basically, this is gonna make it smooth. And again, I go to my empty layer, and if I start drawing, boom. So as you can see, we see here this kind of lines. That's because we have 4% spacing. So this is actually what spacing does. It separates the brush strokes. As you can see, we can actually see them, okay? And if you want it to be perfect, smooth, then you have to make spacing 1%. And here I'm just drawing. So I just need to draw all over this thing. Just do what I say, and you're gonna survive. Just listen to me. And boom, and just going and drawing again and again. So as you can see, I'm done. And now I actually have to connect these two layers. I have to combine them. So I select this layer first, and then you have to hold Ctrl or Command and also click on this layer in order to select it as well. So now both of them are selected, and then I click right mouse button, and then I go to convert to smart object, this one here, boom. And as you can see, now it's all one, it's all together, just like you and me, right? No? Okay. So now we go to filter, and then we go here to liquify. Boom. So liquify actually gonna help us to make it all look like a liquid and make it smoother and so on. And here we're gonna choose this tool, which is called twirl clockwise, but I call it the tornado tool because it looks like a tornado. Seriously, like, why would you call it twirl clockwise? I mean, tornado sounds so much better, right? It's just these guys need just to learn some marketing. You use the tornado tool, and then as you can see, when I start clicking, it starts getting like this. But in order for it to work, you need to make sure that pressure is 100%, density is 100, and also rate is 100. So what this to do, density and pressure control how strongly it's gonna rotate everything, and rate is controlling how fast it's going to do that. As you can see, everything is 100%, and as you can see, I just click, and it's going and it's rotating like that. Just so beautiful. And ta-dang, as you can see, I'm just drawing over it, and it already looks like a liquid, and it already looks nice. So I'm just gonna speed this up. So as you can see here, I got some holes, and we need to fix them because we don't want to have some holes in our galaxy portal. I mean, this is not how things work, okay? In order for you to travel to a different dimension, you actually need to make sure that there are no holes, okay? It's like, I mean, usually, at least when I travel to other galaxies, I make sure there are no holes. I mean, wait, you do have portal in your house as well, right? Just everyone has a portal to other galaxy in their house. No? Wait, am I the only one? You don't have it? Well, too bad for you. As you can see, I take this tool here, and this tool actually helps us to move the stuff that we see to the left, right, and so on. And it also has this kind of parameters, so it also has density, pressure, and so on, but it doesn't have rate. And just make sure everything's 100%. And now, if I start drawing, see, boom, and also it has size. So I just start drawing, and as you can see, I just can click and drag, so in order to close these holes, so the portal works perfectly. And now when we did all of this, we just need to click OK. Such a sweet moment when you're finally done and you have to click OK. So now what we want to do, we want to convert this into a smart object again. So again we go here, and the reason we want to do that, we want to make sure that we have a layer which already includes Liquify, because right now Liquify is just an addition to this smart layer, but we want to make sure that we have a smart layer that Liquify is inside of. So for example, if I just go here and then I click right and I choose convert to smart object, boom, as you can see now Liquify is inside this layer. And now I just want to make it smaller, so you have to go to edit and then free transform, or you can also use hotkeys which are Ctrl or Command plus T. Boom, and then you get this kind of things, and then you can resize it, and I just make it smaller, I put it there. And then you have to click right button here and to choose perspective. Perspective helps us to put stuff in perspective. I'm just so good at explaining. So I just click and drag it down like a little bit, you know, just. And then we also go and do the same to the bottom point. And then we have to place it right, scale, and we have to make it bigger so we don't have this empty hole here. Boom, and then just click OK. And then we turn it off. And now what I want to do, I want to create a copy of it, so because I'm going to use it as well for the left window and also for the right window, so I have to make 3 copies of this, but I'm going to make 1 right now. And how do you make copies? You can just click right here and then right button here, and then you can choose duplicate layer and click OK, or you can also use hotkey, which is Alt or Option. So you hold Alt or Option, and then you click on your layer and you drag it down. So again, you hold Alt or Option. As you can see, when I hold Alt or Option, I get this kind of 2 arrows, black and white, and then I can click on my layer and I can drag them down, boom, and then I just release and a copy created. How easy is that? And I'm explaining this stuff on every tutorial because, you know, there can be some new people who don't know that, so I have to explain it again and again and again and again. So now we need to select this window, so that's why I go here, I click right, and I choose quick selection tool. And with that tool I can actually I make my brush bigger, so you can just go here and also to make your brush bigger or smaller, and also make sure sample layers is selected, and also make sure I have plus here selected, and then I can just click and boom, just like that the whole thing is selected. And we just need to make some small adjustments, and then we go and we turn on our layer, and then make sure this layer is selected, and then we go and click boom, create mask. As you can see, we already see it inside our window. Good job guys, good job. Now I want to make the opacity a little bit smaller, and then I want to go and click right on the brush tool, and I want to choose just this normal brush. Boom. So why I'm doing that, because now I'm gonna delete and now I'm gonna edit the mask manually with my brush tool using black and white colors. and I really hope you know how masks work. As you can see, I made my brush smaller, and now using black color here, and also I make sure I have the mask selected, not the image but the mask. I can draw with black color on the mask in order to make sure that I delete the portal from her face, as you can see, so it's not on her face. Boom. And I'm also making sure my hardness is around 80% of my brush, and I just dun. So I'm just deleting it. So now you have to go here, you have to click on the brush settings here, and then you have to make hardness around 100%. You can make it 90, and then we go here and we're gonna start drawing here, so we can actually have the portal there as well. So it needs to go a straight line from here to here, and what we're actually gonna do, I'm gonna do an automatic line from here to here. And how we can do it, for example, I can click here once, I just click think once, and then I go here and I hold shift and I click here, bam, again, and Photoshop is automatically gonna draw from point A to point B. Dunk. So again, you click here once and then you hold shift and you click here, and then it automatically draws a line from point A to point B. How easy is that? And then you just continue drawing on your own, and you have to make your brush smaller, and of course you can use zoom tool in order to make sure that you get all of these edges right. And so now when you're done with doing that, you can actually go to opacity of your layer, and then you can make it 100%, and look how beautiful is that. And then we go to normal, and here we're gonna use some blending options. So you can experiment, you can go choose and between different blending motions and see which one you like most, but I think I chose lightning here, I'm not sure yet. Oh wait, it looks like I'm still changing this, so I'm gonna actually choose pin light. Yeah, okay, I was wrong. Now it's the right thing, because this is because I'm always experimenting, so it looks like I changed my mind, and pin light looks much better. You do agree with me, right? Right, just high five. So now I'm gonna go and turn on the second one. I'm gonna bring it to the left, and again we have to do all the same things from all over. So again we're just gonna go and we're gonna choose quick selection tool, and we will try to select the areas, and I'm gonna make my brush smaller, and again I will try to choose like areas between. As you can see, this is actually a very difficult part, because you know there are many things here that we don't need to choose, so it's pretty difficult to make the right selection, but I'm trying my best. I mean, I'm gonna get it perfect, don't worry, because I'm worried for you. So now I'm gonna go and create another copy of my layer, boom, and then I'm gonna turn on the second one, and as you can see with this selection here, I'm just gonna go and click create mask. Ta-da! And now it's not that good, but we're gonna fix it, don't worry. So as you can see here is something definitely wrong, so we just need to fix this thing. So first of all, we're gonna choose our layer, and then we're gonna go to normal, and we're gonna change it to pin light. Boom. Then we're gonna choose the mask. As you can see, the mask is selected. Lots of people often forget to switch from the image to the actual mask, and they just destroy everything that they have been working on so hard, and then their life gets destroyed and it's all over. So here what we're gonna do, first of all, we need to go and turn off this layer, and then we're gonna go and we're gonna choose magic wand tool. So again, you click right here and then you choose magic wand tool. Magic wand tool helps us to make selection from colors. So for example, if I click on this color, it will try to select all the similar colors around it. So also make sure you have sample layer selected, make sure you have contiguous, just make sure you don't have this selected, okay, and make sure tolerance is 32, and make sure I have this thing selected here. And what contiguous actually does is, for example, as you can see, it's turned off right now, and that basically means that magic wand tool is going to select all the colors of this color. But if my contiguous tool was checked on, that means that magic wand tool would select all the, like if I click here, it would select all the similar colors around the place where I click. Okay, this is how like briefly it works, but technically speaking, if this is on, it's gonna select all the pixels of the same color that are touching each other. But right now for us, for example, this pixel and this pixel are not touching, but we want to select them as well. That's why we need to make sure that contiguous is off, so it selects all the pixels of this color. So I know it's a lot to understand, but if you didn't understand, you can just, you know, just go back and repeat this part and you will get it. And boom, you just click. So as you can see, I did select all of the similar colors here, and then we can go and we can turn on our layer. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna select this mask here, and I'm gonna apply black color to everywhere, where to all the selections that, to all the places that I have selected. So for example, this place, this place, this place, and so on, so that I don't see my galaxy, my portal here. I'm just gonna fill in with black color. And the way I'm gonna do that, first of all, I need to make sure that here I have black color selected, and then you can just click Ctrl or Command plus backspace, and this is gonna fill all the selected area with black color. So basically Ctrl Command plus backspace is a shortcut for fill, and just make sure you have mask selected, that's very important. And see, boom, as you can see now, because I filled all of these areas with black color, now I don't see my galaxy here anymore. Now as you can see, these places on the mask are black. And then I go and I select a few more places with my magic wand tool, and then again I go and again I use Ctrl Command plus backspace. So now I'm just gonna use normal brush color with black, normal brush with black color in order to delete all of the unwanted stuff manually. So as you can see, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna draw with my black color on the mask to delete this, to delete portal from these places. Boom, and now as you can see, it looks much better. So now we just have left the third window, and I'm gonna show it quicker than previous ones because we're just gonna do the same thing over again, and I did already show it to you here and here, so I'm just gonna speed up this a little bit probably. So I'm just go and I'm gonna turn on the third image, as you can see. So this one, I will select it, but the problem is that as you can see, when I select it, as you can see, I'm actually selecting this one because this is located behind. So that's why I need to bring this up. So when I select, actually when I try to move them, actually I'm selecting these ones and not the portal behind it. So then I can take this and select and bring it right. And I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna use, as you can see, magic wand tool here. You just click right and you choose magic wand tool, and again I'm just gonna select this place here, boom, and I'm just gonna zoom in with my zoom tool. And as you can see, I'm just gonna select these places here, and boom, boom, boom. So I just need to select all the places. So now I turn on my image, and then I just click create mask, and ta-da! Already looks nice, right? Before we continue, I actually have to tell you a very big secret. So as you can see, I'm at a new place, and I also got here this kind of really nice painting or whatever, I don't know. And I was actually going to sleep, but then it's a big place and it's very dark, and my friend told me some horror stories, so I'm a little bit horrified, and that's why I couldn't sleep. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go and shoot a tutorial because I can't sleep. So that's the only reason why you're actually getting this tutorial, because I couldn't sleep, not because I'm so nice. Okay, so that's definitely not the reason. What I'm even doing with my life, just shooting some YouTube tutorials. So I'm just gonna use brush tool with black color, and I'm just gonna go to this mask here, and I will try to, you know, bring these things back manually. So I'm just gonna draw with black color here, so I can see, so I don't see the portal here. As you can see, I made it 50% opacity, so I can actually see where I need to draw. So as you can see here, I need to draw with black color in order to make sure that I don't see the portal there. Boom, boom, boom. As you can see, yeah, that looks nice. And now when we have done this, we need to go to our layer, we need to make sure it's 100%, and we also need to change the this blending thing to pin light. Okay, it looks like I forgot to do it here. I just left it in opacity and I didn't even realize that. Wait, did I post my artwork with opacity? No! I forgot to put that on a pin light. I just made the opacity down. Oh my god, it's just so horrible. I just realized that when I was like making this tutorial. Yeah, just make sure you don't do the same mistake, okay? Wait, but then your artwork is gonna look better than mine, and then everyone's gonna think that I copied your artwork and that I stole your work and not the other side. But actually, no! Okay, That was a bad idea. Yeah, with that said, just make sure to subscribe, or as I said, I will come and delete Photoshop and all your files. Don't make me angry. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I really try hard to make these tutorials engaging, interesting, and also very useful. And also, I really try to make them as good as possible, so like you can actually enjoy them and you like them. And I hope you enjoyed this one as well. I'm putting my whole heart into this work, and see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye bye. Bye bye, my superhero colleagues.